Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a world where money is no object and exclusivity is the name of the game. We're talking about supercars, but not just any supercars. We're talking about the rarest, most exclusive, limited edition supercars that most people will only ever see in photos on the internet. These are the cars that car spotters dream about, the ones that make headlines at Pebble Beach, and the ones that make you do a double take when you see them. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through the automotive stratosphere. Get ready to be amazed. First up, we have a car so exclusive, so rare, that it's literally one of a kind. It's the Bugatti Voiture Noire, and if you think the Chiron is extra, this thing makes the Chiron look like a Toyota Camry. The Voiture Noire is a modern interpretation of the legendary Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. The long flowing lines, the aggressive front end, the 6 exhaust pipes. Underneath that stunning carbon fiber body lies a monstrous 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine. That's enough power to launch this beast from 0 to 60 mph in 2.4 seconds. The Voiture Noire cost $18.7 million. Some rumors suggest it belongs to Cristiano Ronaldo, but Bugatti has never confirmed the buyer's identity. Regardless, the Bugatti Voiture Noire is a testament to automotive artistry and engineering prowess. Next up, we have a car that looks like it drove straight out of a science fiction movie. It's the Lamborghini Veneno, and it's every bit as wild as its name suggests. The Veneno was created to celebrate Lamborghini's 50th anniversary, and they really went all out with this one. The design is absolutely bonkers, with sharp angles, massive air intakes, and a giant rear wing. Only 14 were ever made, 9 coupes and 5 roadsters, making it one of the most sought-after Lamborghinis ever produced. Powering this alien spacecraft on wheels is a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine, producing a screaming 740 horsepower. That's enough to propel the Veneno from 0 to 60 mph in a blistering 2.8 seconds, and onto a top speed of 221 mph. When it was new, the Veneno carried a price tag of around $4.5 million. And if you want one today, well, good luck finding one for sale. For our next contender, we're heading over to Italy to check out a car that's as elegant as it is rare. It's the Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio, a fitting tribute to the legendary Italian design house. The Sergio is based on the Ferrari 458 Spider, but it features a completely redesigned body that's both modern and retro-inspired. Underneath that stunning skin, the Sergio packs a 4.5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, producing a healthy 605 horsepower. That's enough to launch this Italian stallion from 0 to 60 mph in just 3 seconds flat. But here's the thing that makes the Sergio truly special. Only 6 were ever made. Each one was custom built for a select group of Ferrari collectors, making it one of the rarest and most exclusive Ferraris in existence. The Ferrari Sergio reportedly sold for around $3 million when it was new. That's a lot of dough for a car, even one as stunning and exclusive as this. Okay, so far we've looked at some incredibly rare and expensive supercars, but now it's time to turn up the heat and talk about a car that's designed for one thing and one thing only: going fast on a racetrack. I'm talking about the McLaren P1 GTR, and it's basically a race car that you can, well, sort of drive on the street. The P1 GTR is the track-only version of the already insane McLaren P1, and it takes everything to the next level. Power comes from a hybrid powertrain that combines a twin-turbocharged 3.8-liter V8 engine with an electric motor for a combined output of 986 horsepower. That's enough to propel the P1 GTR from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mind-blowing 2.4 seconds and onto a top speed of over 225 miles per hour. The P1 GTR wasn't street legal when it was new. However, McLaren did offer a conversion program to make a handful of them street legal. Only 58 examples of the P1 GTR were ever made, making it one of the rarest McLarens ever. For our next contender, we're sticking with the track-focused theme, but this time, we're talking about a car that's designed to be driven on both the road and the track. It's the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and it's basically a Formula One car disguised as a road car. The Valkyrie is the result of a collaboration between Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing, and it's packed with F1-derived technology. Power comes from a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine developed by Cosworth, which revs to a screaming 11,100 RPM and produces over 1,000 horsepower. That's right, over 1,000 horsepower in a car that weighs less than 2,300 pounds. The Valkyrie is also incredibly rare, with only 150 road-going examples being produced. And if you want one, well, you're out of luck because they were all spoken for before the car even went into production. But hey, at least you can still dream, right? Okay, let's take a break from the track-focused monsters for a minute and talk about a car that's all about beauty, elegance, and craftsmanship. I'm talking about the Pagani Huayra BC, and it's basically a rolling work of art. The Huayra BC is a more hardcore version of the already incredible Pagani Huayra, and it's named after Benny Caiola, a close friend of Horatio Pagani. Power comes from a 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine sourced from Mercedes-AMG, which produces 789 horsepower. That's enough to propel the Huayra BC from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds and onto a top speed of over 230 miles per hour. But the Huayra BC is more than just a collection of impressive numbers. It's a car that's meant to be savored, to be appreciated for its exquisite details and its incredible craftsmanship. Only 20 examples of the Huayra BC were ever made, making it one of the rarest Paganis ever. And if you want one, well, be prepared to shell out a small fortune. For our next contender, we're heading to Sweden to check out the Koenigsegg 11, the world's first megacar. It has a perfect 1-to-1 power-to-weight ratio. For every kilogram of weight, it has 1 horsepower. With 1,341 horsepower and a curb weight under 3,000 pounds, the 11 is an absolute rocket ship. Powered by a 5-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. It's also incredibly capable in the corners, thanks to its advanced aerodynamics and suspension. Only 7 were ever made, making it extremely rare. And if you want one, well, you're probably out of luck. Now let's talk about a car that's near and dear to my heart, the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version. This is a car that was born on the racetrack but was homologated for the road. The 911 GT1 Strassen version is based on the 993 generation Porsche 911, but it shares very little with its road-going sibling. Underneath that wild bodywork sits a twin-turbocharged 3.2-liter flat-six engine that produces 536 horsepower. 0 to 60 mph takes just 3.9 seconds, and the top speed is 191 mph. But the 911 GT1 Strassen version is more than just a collection of impressive numbers. Only 25 examples of the 911 GT1 Strassen version were ever built, making it one of the rarest Porsche 911s ever. And if you want one, well, be prepared to pay a king's ransom. Now let's talk about a car that's often overlooked in the world of supercars, the Maserati MC12. This is a car that was built for one purpose and one purpose only, to go racing. The MC12 is based on the Ferrari Enzo, but it features completely different bodywork that was designed by Frank Stephenson. Power comes from a 6-liter V12 engine that's essentially identical to the one found in the Enzo. It produces 621 horsepower and 481 lb-ft of torque, which is enough to propel the MC12 from 0 to 60 mph in 3.8 seconds. Only 50 road-going examples of the Maserati MC12 were ever built, making it one of the rarest Maseratis ever. And if you want one, well, be prepared to pay a hefty sum. Last but not least, let's talk about a car that's a bit of a sleeper, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. This is a car that looks like a slightly modified Mercedes CLK, but it's actually a homologation special that was built to go racing in the FIA GT Championship. The CLK GTR is powered by a 6.9-liter V12 engine that produces 604 horsepower and 572 lb-ft of torque. That's enough to propel the CLK GTR from 0 to 60 mph in 3.8 seconds and onto a top speed of 199 mph. Only 25 road-going examples of the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR were ever built, making it one of the rarest and most desirable Mercedes-Benz cars ever. And if you want one, well, good luck. Good. And there you have it, folks. 10 limited edition supercars that are so rare, most of us will only ever see them in pictures. From the one-off Bugatti La Voiture Noire to the track-focused McLaren P1 GTR, these cars represent the pinnacle of automotive engineering and design. We've seen some pretty incredible machines today, each one rarer and more expensive than the last. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which supercar you'd love to see in your garage. Until next time, keep dreaming big and driving fast.